In a world that's rushing, we slow it down, finding light where shadows surround. Heart to heart, where the truth is told. We rise together, stories unfold. The gold is within. If you don't go within, you go without. Every voice, every heart, it's what we're about. Together we rise, hand in hand, soul to soul. Warm, safe and loving, making each other.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
everyone.
We are
Wow.
back and on track.
Yes,
Woohoo! Like that?
Happy Friday.
We are the mother-daughter dynamic duo. I'm Coach Alisha Schwartz.
And I am Coach Rochelle Schwartz.
And this is the Enlighten View Series on our podcast. And
Wow.
today's topic is Unshakeable
Wow.
Confidence.
Really, that's really
So
big.
let's hear your update on Unshakable
Again,
Confidence. What
thinking
comes
a
up
lot.
for you?
Thinking a lot about it. I have so many years to really look at all of this and all the various things that I have done that I faced that were unshakable, that really shook me. But the first thing that I think that stood out the most was getting divorced. You know, after being married, I don't know, 48, 50 years, whatever it was. And that took a lot of courage. And it was certainly unshakable. It really was, because I didn't have a plan. He made the plan, and I, you know, at that point, I followed it. I married at 20. What did I know?
Yeah.
So, but what?
No, go ahead. I was going to say you're going there.
But the thing that really stood out for me, you know, I knew all about not feeling good enough and being unworthy. I didn't have the words to it, but I really felt it in my body. But doing the first shadow process in 1996, and I had no idea what I was walking into at all.
Most people didn't.
Oh my God. And of course, you know, when you see all the things that you hide and feeling unworthy and not good enough and really making peace and seeing what it is that you need to do to embrace them. But the biggest thing was to become my own best friend. To love myself, to really learn how to love myself, because I never got that.
Yeah.
And knowing that I deserve to have peace, and I deserve to have the things that I so desired.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of people coming in that lane, so to speak, to stop me, but I was unstoppable. I just had to do it. And I am so blessed, because looking over my life, that unshakable confidence has brought me right here. And I am blessed beyond. I really am.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm hearing you say is that because you didn't have, you followed your husband at the time. You were kind of like just going along. You didn't have a plan,
I had no confidence.
but you knew you had to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And it gave you that unshakable confidence to get out.
Correct. And I had no idea what I was walking into.
Right.
But as it's turned out, it was a tremendous process.
Yeah. And then again,
But
you know,
here I am.
how many people out there that are going through a divorce or a separation or something major that have to find that unshakable confidence to get out of a situation that's not healthy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's there. It's there. And I think sometimes we're pushed to it, right? Like we are pushed to getting that unshakable confidence so that we can leave a situation that's no longer healthy.
And it's usually something that is like so devastating. Like you get to a point where you go, that's it.
Right.
You know, you draw the line in the sand.
Yeah.
But again, to give myself and others to know that those light pieces that people are not even conscious of really loving yourself, becoming your best friend, having an easier life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing
Yeah.
that you are good enough and you do deserve it.
And I think more now people are starting to wake up to those things that, are holding them back. But we are still, that's why we're here.
Without
So
a
we're
doubt.
the example for people to say, okay, you know what? And the people that we're going to have on as well, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know how to get to your unshakable confident self. I mean, that's why we're here. Coaches.
Absolutely.
You could get a coach. You could get, a therapist. You could do whatever it takes to get back to that unshakable part of it, because we're all born with it.
Without a doubt. But what about you?
Unshakable confidence. Well, it goes back to, I, back in, 98, moving out to California to work with my mentor at the time. I only knew her. Now, I was scared shit because, anyone that knew Debbie Ford, she's a powerful woman. And I'm like, why me? And then I thought, why not me? And so that journey took me to a place, though, and everyone out there too, and maybe you can relate to this, something that could scare you in a good way could bring forth that unshakable confidence, because you have to do it. It's something your soul needs to do to get to the next level of your life, whatever that is for each of us. For me, it was healing. It was discovering more of who I was and really doing the deep healing work and working for her at the time. That was unshakable confidence.
Yeah, but
you had to have it.
I really believe that Debbie knew there was something. I don't remember what she said to me, but there was something that she knew that you had to go out there.
Yeah.
That you
Well, I
weren't
think
getting
on
it
some
yet.
level,
You weren't
in
getting
some
it.
level, she saved me.
Yeah,
Because of my situation I was in. She saved me, I saved her.
Right.
It was like we both came together to really discover more of who we are. I mean, she taught me about the shadow and all the parts that I wasn't loving, and how I needed to do the work to really embrace all of myself. And I thought, well, if I could get through her and see my reflection through her, then I will be free.
Yep.
And then anyone that comes, after, it'll be an easier ride.
Yeah.
And the greatest teachers really shake you to that unshakable confidence.
Absolutely.
They literally shake you to the core. Yeah. And that's what I think God sets it up that way.
Without a doubt.
The perfect people, the perfect situations come in to bring forth a part of ourselves to really learn and grow and evolve.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I always
bless her every day. I thank her every day. And she's watching over us all.
Yeah, but I also think that when it's something you are so scared shit of doing, you got to do it.
And I got to tell you, if I didn't do that, oh my God, I wouldn't have experienced La Jolla, California. Anybody knows La Jolla? It's the jewel. And boy, oh boy, at 22, those were the greatest years of my life in every way. I learned so much about me and just about, knowing that I could be out somewhere where I only knew one person and that I could create a life.
But all those people that you were connecting to showed you pieces of you,
100%.
And your confidence in yourself grew that much stronger.
Oh, it was insurmountable.
Yeah, it really was.
And I think unshakable confidence for me is quiet. It's not something you talk about. It's not something you have, like to say and share to the world. It's a very quiet place within ourselves that just gets ignited. And then we're out there and we're just on fire.
We are. We really are. We ignite ourselves to seeing all the beautiful parts of who we really are.
Yeah.
And we all are. Like last time we talked about, when you're born, you have all of these pieces.
Yeah.
And then we lose it, and then we come back to it. So
it's like a conundrum.
It's a
like
full circle.
We have to go through all of the things that wound us to then go to the wisdom and ignite the fire to getting back to who we really are, which is omnipresence. It's God,
Well, without a doubt.
Or whatever
God,
you want to call it out there.
Yes.
Works for you.
Right.
But All right. Well, this is a
Wow.
fiery conversation, and
It
we'll be back
is.
with our guests. But in the meantime, we'll be right back for a commercial break. Hello. We're so in the midst of this conversation, we can't even contain ourselves. So welcome, ladies. We're glad to have you back and talking about this unshakable confidence. So welcome.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear what you have to say. Wow.
Yes. So who wants to share?
Yeah,
And
who
then
wants to share about that? A little bit about it. Okay,
Donna, take yourself off mute. You're on mute.
It's
There you go. There you go.
okay. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I was trying to think, what's the difference? Confidence is confidence, right? From last week, we were talking about remembering who you really are. So I had to really stop and look at, well, what's the difference here?
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, so remembering who you really are is about identity, right? And it kind of says something like, I don't know, my confidence comes from knowing my worth and my values, my God-given / self-identified or self-defined rather identity, and just not forgetting that. But unshakable, it's about stability. It's the foundation. Now I remember who I am, and now it's time to stay grounded, right? When life gives you, I don't know, criticism or rejection or comparison, fear, all those setbacks can really shake you. But when you are stable and grounded, it's not that you don't feel fear, but again, you move through it anyway.
Yeah.
So what's
That
a
is
great
so
example in your life?
That unshakable.
Well, and I was looking at that too, looking back when I was, in my 20s, I was a singer, right? And I was in Los Angeles and I was out there putting myself out there a lot. And I got a lot of rejection. And my confidence wasn't so stable then. And so it actually caused me to quit singing for 12 years.
Wow.
I did come back to it, but that was when I realized, okay, I'm worthy of being the singer in the world. And eventually I ended up singing with John Denver. I was pretty good. And I was very unshakable in my ability to sing and be with this person who was, well, he was very supportive, but, who I thought, was way up here.
Mhm.
I was way up there too. So, that was one example. And another time when my husband died, and it's going to be like 17 years now that he's been gone, and I was never ever going to get married again, right? Because my confidence was shaken a bit, and then I remembered, and I found the most wonderful man, and got married again. So I don't know, couple of examples there.
Yeah,
That's good.
Great. Yeah, perfectly said there. All right. Thank you,
next?
Donna.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I would like to say that unshakable confidence comes from the foundation. Where is your foundation? Is your foundation on the the Word of God? Is it founded solely in Jesus and what He did? Because it's not just us; it is Him in us, and that's one of the things I rely on for the confident level and such.
Mm,
So
Wow.
do you have an experience in your life that you'd like to share?
Carol?
Yes, I can. Yes, that from Donna. I thought, oh, well, I guess I better come up with an experience. So, I have several, but probably the most recent is we had 3 years of incredible health issues with my husband. I work in the health realm and the natural, and so it really it shook a little bit, but it started out with 2 heart attacks and 22 in the fall, and we didn't go to the hospital because back then I didn't really want to be in that situation anymore for me, and so we went through that and had this thing after thing after thing and everything, but all I could say through that was, but God. And so that foundation, as long as I could keep my feet planted firmly there was not the fear, there was not the worry, there was not the fear of what's going to happen to him, and such as that. So, he's been very strong our very long, but he's had some big health hits that were not something he caused to happen. And
Mm.
athlete in high school and college, and that just sometimes almost I think makes things worse. I live in Texas, okay, so we'll just leave it at that. The Friday Night Lights is real.
Well, thank you for
Thank
sharing,
you.
Carol. All right, Karen.
Well, confidence, a lot of people feel that confidence comes when we have it all figured out. And that's when it becomes unshakable because we have it all figured out. But the fact is that confidence comes when we are in motion, when we have a desire and it's coming together and it's in motion. And that's where I do the same thing with my heart energy techniques and my awesome life success system, recognizing that we all have that ability to be anything that we want to be. And it isn't the absence of fear when you're confident. It is knowing, a self-knowing. Carol calls it coming from God. It's a self-knowing that you are going to be okay even though you're in the presence of fear. It's something that you have to do for your soul. As you're talking about going out to California, facing a whole new everything. It's dang, really, really from the inside out. And confidence, unshakable confidence, comes when you start seeing the success that you have achieved. You've faced your fear, you've moved forward, and you are getting good. You're practicing. You're getting better with every step. And how can you not feel confident after that? And that does become unshakable. So when somebody comes in and says, oh, you're doing that wrong, you can say, I'm doing it just right for me. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. So, go ahead. What were
I
you
think
gonna say?
in the unknown is probably people's stopping point because there's so much fear of not knowing.
Mhm.
But when they step into it, it's everything and even more that they ever thought it would be.
Yeah, it's always greater.
And that gives you more of the confidence and the stability and trusting.
Yeah. I know in my life, it was a case of, well, I got married very young. I was 18.
Mm.
And it was a scary, you know, but not to me. It was to everybody around me. They said, oh, this will never last. This will never work. And I just looked at the man that I loved with all my heart and soul and said, yeah, well, somehow. Now, was I confident that whole time? No way, Jose. But every step we took moving forward and all the fights along the way, it worked. It worked.
That's interesting, because everybody knew mine wouldn't, and they were right.
Hey.
There you go.
Well, I was always obstinate too. I said, no, when I say I'm going to be right, I'm going to be right.
Oh, I tell you, wow.
Oh,
And I was 20, so yeah, it's what do you know? I didn't. I really didn't. But everybody else knew it wasn't going to work, and it didn't.
One thing that did help in that, when we went to see our minister, who neither one of us knew. I wanted to get married in a church. That was it. When we went to see the minister, and he sat us down. He said, you know, you guys are too young. We're getting married. So will you do it? He said, well, let me talk to you. And at the end, he said, you know what? You are both more ready to be married than most 25 and 27-year-olds I talked to.
Wow. Yeah.
So that helped. That did help.
Yeah, and I think when it's right, it's right. You
Yeah.
kind of, you know, it's right. You know what I mean? There's an unshakable confidence that you
Yeah.
know it is right, and then you know when it's not right too. So
Yep, you do. And you do it anyhow.
that's where the lessons come in.
It's
Yeah.
self-trust in the presence of fear.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
I love
Okay.
the way Joyce Meyer says it. She says, do it afraid. She says, do it afraid. Everybody gets afraid. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have a great question for you all. Go ahead, Mom. You want to read it?
Where in your life are you being called to be even more loving
Oh, not
right
that
now?
one. No.
Which one?
This one. I want this one. Forget that one.
All right, forget it.
Where
She
in
changed her mind.
where in your life are you being called to be even bolder right now?
Oof. Well, I'll go. You know, I've been involved kind of on the periphery of politics. And now I am being called to stand up even bigger, bolder, maybe a little bit louder. And, you know, so I'm really taking the time to understand what is happening, where my truth is.
Mhm.
And I am not holding back now.
Good.
I have a Substack that I write called Donna's Democracy Dispatch, and and I am putting myself out there. And
you
you know,
are.
when I press the button send, I'm a little nervous about that because it's exposure. But
Yeah.
I know in my heart and in my confidence, my unshakable confidence, this is the right thing to do.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think that's true. It's like a calling. It's like a
Yes.
calling. It's
Mhm.
like a calling. And you just
That's
can't ignore the call.
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
You
No matter
can't.
what
And you
do.
could try because
Yeah.
you don't want to ruffle the
Right.
feathers.
Right.
You don't want to be that bold, but like
Right.
something keeps gnawing at your soul.
Yeah.
And you're listening. So good for you, Donna.
Could I ask you a
Thank you.
question, Donna?
Yes.
What is it that you're standing bolder about when it comes to politics? Just what is your trust, your gut saying?
You mean in
to-
terms of what I should do?
Um,
Because what I'm taking on is a precinct chair here in my community, and
Oh.
I've never been. I have no idea what that is, and we have a pretty big community here in our particular neighborhood, and it's scary because it means getting out there and speaking to groups of people, organizing activities, and
Yeah.
so that's a little bit bigger than just writing postcards, which is what
Yeah.
I've been doing for the last few years,
Yeah,
and
that's
making
big.
phone calls, so.
Yeah, that's
But
bold.
because I know you, I know my mom knows you, and everyone here is getting to know you. There's no one better that could be for that call
Totally.
because of who you are. That is for
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you.
That is for
Totally.
sure. So
Thank
we
you.
celebrate your boldness,
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
It's like, you go, girl.
and that Substack is rocking.
Yeah.
So keep on, keep
Yeah.
on.
That's super, really great.
Thank you.
Who else wants to hear? We want to hear, where in your life are you being called to be even bolder right now?
Even bolder. Well, first, I have to tell you, Donna, you are more like Debbie Ford every time I see you. And this is really, really powerful. So, congratulations.
Wow. Thank you.
So proud.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and for me, it's being more visible. I teach visibility and getting out there and actually getting on camera more. That is something I really want to do a lot more often. And like a lot of us, it is a case of, oh, my hair isn't right, or my makeup is bad, or I can't see what I'm doing, or the camera's wrong. Oh, the excuses are wonderful. I'm a master at excuses. So where I'm being bolder is saying, to heck with the excuses. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You go. Can't wait to see you on camera more.
Well, for me, I've been with a couple of groups and over groups with our mom business, just different things like that, and so I've learned some leadership skills, but it's like honing those things and getting them better. And I was appointed ambassador over Amarillo, Texas, which is the whole panhandle of Texas. But then I was asked to be a part of a thing called People for People. It's people number 4 people, and it's building a community coast to coast, border to border, eventually going international. And I've been at high end of companies before, but this is helping build it from the ground up. And I was telling somebody the other day, it's it's trial and error because what we're doing, there's no blueprint for it. And so it's like quicksand, and then it got to be like just some um, mud. And then finally we poured the concrete, and the concrete started solidifying, and we're putting our handprints in the concrete. We do that here in Texas, if you're not familiar with that. And I said, our handprints will be in the foundation of this company forever. But I've been appointed to be, I'm on the executive board, but I'm also over the entire state of Texas. And that's pretty big. I mean, that's a lot of area and a lot of people to work with, and it's going to be amazing. But yes, having to really step up and say, no, this is what we have to do. These are the policies and procedures. You can't go off and run amok and stuff. So that has been a little bit of a step up for me to be bolder and such.
We're on mute.
Oh.
Now we're off mute.
Now we're off mute.
Thank you,
for that,
Carol.
Carol.
All right, we have a really good one for you. Okay, and we want each of you to really think for a moment. Now that we're talking about unshakable confidence, what quality, what part of you needs to come forth this week that's going to bring forth more of your unshakable confidence? Quality could be secure self, your joyful self, whatever it is. What quality would you need to bring forth this week that could bring more of that forward for you? No, mute. Mute. Go ahead.
Well, for me, it isn't what quality do I need to bring forth? And I think it's more joy and making that confidence in motion, taking those action steps with the knowledge of what my end desire is for taking those action steps.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well,
Very
celebrate
cool.
your joy.
Yes, we are celebrating you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else, real quick, wants to share?
Go ahead, Donna.
Mute.
You're on mute.
Mute. Okay. There you talk. Okay.
Hey, how about
There
that?
you go. Now we
Yeah,
can hear
you got it.
All right. Sounds a little counterintuitive, but my peace. I can get a little worked up. So I'm celebrating my peace this week.
All right.
We
We're going to celebrate it too. All right, Carol.
Just knowing that I can, that I am enough, and bringing that to the table. And so often it's even in social situations. My granddaughter's getting married. She's my first grandchild to get married. And just even the thought of walking in as the grandmother of the bride, that's a whole different ball game. It's a new role, I guess, for me, as opposed to the mother of the groom and things like that. I had all boys. So, just a whole different role in my life right now.
Thank you.
Well, ladies.
Well, another fabulous
session for today. We thank you so
we
much.
love you so much for really showing up
and sharing your unshakable confidence and all of who you are and what you're moving to, and being bolder, and what quality you're bringing forth. So
what's yours?
What's mine? Mine is humble.
Okay.
Humble.
And let's see, mine is peaceful aging.
Peaceful
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, we'll see you again real soon, as you know, and we'll come up with another great topic. But thank you so much for your time and your energy and your love.
Yes, we love you, love you, love you.
And we will be right back. All right, we're back. We had amazing conversations with the ladies in the house, Donna, Lipman, and Carol, and what? Karen.
Well,
hello.
Hello.
So we have let's see, a golden nugget to share with you to bring forth that unshakable confidence. And what is it, Roshi?
What would be something that you really desire so much, and look at what's stopping you?
So ask yourself.
Just asking yourself, and then writing down, what is it that's stopping you? And then what would you need to do to move forward in it?
So what stops you from being your unshakable self?
Absolutely.
And then
what? But it has to be the fear, the biggest fear that you're so scared to do.
So your biggest
But you
fear.
know you have to do it.
Okay, so the action is to, even if you're fearful, even if you're scared, do something that's unshakable, that unshakes that confidence, and do it anyway.
Absolutely.
And then
Let
you're
us know.
saying, see what stands in the way
Yes.
of you taking that. Maybe it's a belief.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Yep.
I'm not a leader
I'm
yet.
not ready.
I'm not ready. I'm too old. I'm
Right.
too, big. I'm too little. Whatever it is, just write it out. And then we'll be back next time with a new topic.
Brand new topic.
And until then,
Okay.
sending you lots of love.
Lots of love.
Mwah.
In a world that's rushing, we slow it down, finding light where shadows surround. Heart to heart, where the truth is told.